Charles to begin first state visit to France. Charles III finally makes it across the Channel from Britain to France this week, 6 months after reiterating and strides post the last-minute postponement of his first state visit as king. The 74-year-old British head of state rescheduled 3-day trip to Paris and Bordeaux with his wife Queen Camilla starts on Wednesday, with the itinerary largely unchanged from March. It includes set-piece ceremonial events with President Emmanuel Macron, whose unpopular pension reform sparked the civil unrest earlier this year, as well as more informal meetings with the public. The royal couple, Macron and his wife Brigitte, will be officially welcomed at the Arc de Triomphe and lay wreaths of remembrance before a procession down the sweeping Champs-Élysées Avenue. The French leader and First Lady will host Charles and Camilla at a state banquet at Versailles, the Place west of Paris synonymous with French royalty and the bloody Republican Revolution of 1789. Other highlights include a landmark address, likely in French, by Charles to lawmakers at the Senate. Many of the engagements turnaround subjects championed by both couples, from the environment and sustainability to promoting the tech economy and youth entrepreneurship. There are meetings with local communities and sports stars in the North Parisian suburb of Saint-Denis, home to the national stadium and venue for next year's Olympic Games. In Bordeaux, the southwestern city once ruled over by Charles, 12th century ancestor Henry II, and still home to around 3,900,000 British expats. He will tour an organic vineyard and meet firefighters tackling climate-induced wildfires. At Owens, a royal star in another cold state visit, the Trump card of diplomacy about the party politics of the moment, such as lingering tensions between London and Paris over migrant crossing from northern France to the UK. There will be some informal diplomacy going on, said Owens, whose new book, After Elizabeth, Can the Monarchy Save Itself?, was published on Friday. But he told AFP that the wider goal was the President Charles as the environmentalist king beyond British shores. After a first year on the throne underlined by stability and continuity, rather than radical reform, the visit encapsulates a business-as-usual approach to royal diplomacy. In that, the French public will see a familiar British monarchy on display, he said. He has presented himself as a slightly more intimate figure, but the monarchy remains very much the monarchy of Elizabeth II, he adds. Charles and Macron have met before, most recently at the king's coronation, the official religious ceremony to mark his accession in May, and are said to have a warm relationship. The Anglophile French leader's tribute to Charles' mother after her death in September last year was well received in the UK, and at her state funeral he extended an open invitation for the new king to visit France.